August body is about to commence. Everybody is requested to please rise.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our 12th regular session. This 12th regular session is now called to order. May I request Honorable Pamisaran to lead the prayer to be followed by the singing of the national anthem and the recitation of the Councilor's Creed.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of God, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. We praise and give you thanks, Almighty Father, for all the goodness that we have received. Also forgive us in all our trespasses, as you send forth your blessings to us, all gathered here this morning. Let your Holy Spirit bestow upon us your godly wisdom, so that our minds meet harmoniously to come up measures for the betterment of your people here in the city. We beseech you, Almighty Father, to make us all an instrument of your peace, love, and goodwill. We ask this through your only begotten Son, our Savior Jesus Christ. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Bayang magiliw, pelas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiin, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw. May dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal, ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niya, kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng walhati pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
I'm a Philippine councilor, mandated by law to measures and ordinances that redound to the general welfare of my constituents in their pursuit for happiness, peace, and prosperity. Public service above self, the guiding principle of official acts, and as I tread the pathways of local legislation, may the Almighty guide my mind and heart, shall be true to my constitution, to the Filipino people.
Once again, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our 12th regular session dated March 22, 2021. At this point in time, I request our Secretary, Madam Leila, to please call the roll.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. For the 12th regular session, roll call of attendance, dated March 22, 2021. Honorable John Ray Gavina, City Vice Mayor, Presiding Officer.
Present.
Present. Honorable Jano Paulo Hintiles. Present. Honorable Gregorio Uduhali III, MPA MDMG, is on sick leave. Honorable Attorney Divona Humamil is also on sick leave. Honorable Imiterio Blase, present. Honorable Flupon Royal Catalan, present. Honorable Attorney Wendell M. Enad is on sick leave. Honorable Emmanuel Pamisaran, present. Honorable Dizon Namuwag, MBA, present. Honorable Renante Bangoy, present. Honorable Wahid Ranain, present. Honorable Conrad Theodore Matutino is still not around. Honorable Dato Rodrigo Ambasan, present. Honorable Danica Laika Karisma. There are 10 members of this August body, Honorable Chair, who responded to the call.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. This 12th regular session is now in order and in quorum. At this point in time, I request our floor leader, Honorable Catalan, to facilitate our proceedings. Go ahead. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Good morning, and good morning to you. Good morning to the members of the 8th City Council and everyone here. Mr. President, before anything else, I would like to pass a resolution dispensing the reading of the journal and minutes of the 10th and 11th regular session of the 8th City Council dated March 8, 2021 and March 6, 2021. March 16, 2021. 21. I so move, Mr. President.
To sub Honorable Catalan, duly seconded by Honorable Blase, Honorable Henteles. Any comments, amendments, objections? Hearing none, the motion dispensing the reading of the journal and minutes of the 10th and 11th regular session of the 8th City Council dated March 8, 2021 and March 16, 2021 respectively is hereby duly carried and approved.
At this point in time, Mr. President, we are now in the question R. One of the member of the... I'm sorry, Mr. President.
It's okay.
Please expunge my previous statement. Mr. President, motion be passed approving the journal and minutes of the 10th and 11th regular session of the 8th City Council. I so move, Mr. President.
Again, to sub Honorable Catalan, duly seconded by Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, and Honorable Anain. Any comments, amendments, objections? Hearing none, the motion approving the journal and minutes of the 10th and 11th regular session of the 8th City Council dated March 8, 2021 and March 16, 2021 is hereby duly carried and approved.
Mr. President, we are now in the question R. Privilege R. I'm sorry. Privilege R.
Relax.
One of the member of the 8th City Council would like to avail. Please acknowledge the Honorable Jano Paulo Gentiles.
Okay, Honorable Henteles is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Floor Leader. To the members of this august body, headed by our presiding officer, Honorable John Ray Biboy Gavina, our majority floor leader, substituted by Honorable Flopon Royal Catalan, my fellow legislators, the Sangguniang Secretariat, friends, guests, a pleasant day to one and all. The region continues to be affected by natural and human-induced emergencies, which put the lives of the population affected and greatly contributes to the deterioration in the natural status of the population, most especially the vulnerable groups, namely infants, children, pregnant women, and breastfeeding mothers, old persons, people with disability, and the people living with debilitating conditions. These concerns are more pressing given that we are constrained in implementing existing programs and projects due to the coronavirus health protocols. In fact, in the recent data from the Local Nutrition Council in the year 2020, Panabo ranked second following Mati City, which got the highest prevalence in stunting and wasting. Moreover, Mr. Chair, based on the results of the Operation Timbang or OPT Plus on July to October 2020, barangays with the highest prevalence with stunting were Katualan, Waterfall, and Little Panay. The only barangay with the lowest prevalence was Kyotoy. Meanwhile, in wasting, the barangays with the highest prevalence were Upper Likanan, Kaganguhan, Waterfall, and Datu Abdul, while barangays namely A.O. Florendo, Cacao, Kyotoy, Dapco, Lower Panaga, Santa Cruz, and Tagpore has 0% in wasting. Furthermore, the barangays with the highest prevalence in underweight are barangays Katualan, San Nicolas, Dalisay, and Little Panay, while A.O., Florendo, and Dapco were the barangays with 0% underweight. Excuse me. As the City Nutrition Action Officer of Panabo City, Mr. Chair, and in response to the letter from the National Nutrition Council, I find it beneficial for the City of Panabo, our local government, to adopt Resolution Number 5, Series of 2020, which is a resolution adopting the National Policy on Nutrition Management in Emergencies and Disasters. And Resolution Number 6, Series of 2020, which is organizing the nutrition cluster at the regional and local levels to manage nutrition interventions during emergencies and disasters in Davao Region. Both issued by the Regional Nutrition Committee, Region 11, and the National Nutrition Committee Governing Board Resolution Number 1, Series of 2009, adopting the National Policy on Nutrition Management and Emergencies and Disasters, issued by the National Nutrition Council for the purpose of organizing our city nutrition cluster, Mr. Chair. Daghan kayong salamat for listening ug maayong buntag sa tanan. To God be all the glory.
Okay, thank you so much, Honorable Angeles. Your privileged speech will be referred to Committee on Health.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you.
Right, Mr. President, privilege R is now over, and nobody would like to avail the question R. Therefore, Mr. President, at this time, please acknowledge Madam Leila Saligumba for the reading and referral of proposed measures.
Okay, Madam Secretary is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and Honorable Floor Leader. For the reading and referral of proposed measures, under proposed ordinance, we have one, proposed City Ordinance Number 11, Series of 2021, an ordinance prohibiting half-naked person from displaying or roaming around in public places within Panabo City and providing penalties thereof. This is proposed by Honorable Conrad Theodore Matutino.
Item 8.1 to be referred to the Committee on Peace, Public Safety, and Anti-Drug Abuse.
We have none under the proposed resolution. We have 13 under the petitions, requests, and other communications. C.1 is letter from Honorable Jose Irilampago, City Mayor, dated March 8, 2021, requesting for authority to enter into and sign the deed of donation with the Department of Agriculture, Regional Field Office 11, concerning the donation of one unit Mitsubishi vehicle of the latter in support to the various programs and projects of the City Agriculture Office.
Mr. President, please acknowledge Honorable Renante Bangoy.
Okay, Honorable Bangoy is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I request for this C.1, I move that this item C.1 will be transferred to the unassigned business due to its urgency, Mr. President.
Okay, it
I
was
so move, Mr. President.
okay, it was by Honorable Bangoy, duly seconded by Honorable Pamisaran, Honorable Renain, Honorable Hinteles, and Honorable Blase. Any comments, amendments, objections? Hearing none, the motion transferring item C.1 to the unassigned business is hereby duly carried and approved.
C.2 is letter from Joel M. Hoyle, President, Farmers United Florendo Employees Agrarian Reform Beneficiaries Association, Incorporated, dated March 8, 2020, seeking for accreditation of the said association as a civil society organization in the city.
Item C.2 to be referred to the Committee on Cooperatives and NGOs.
C.3, Sangguniang Kabataan Resolution Number 03, Series of 2020 of Barangay New Visayas, approving the 2021 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay New Visayas, Panabo City, amounting to 1,681,112 pesos and 90 cents.
Item C.3 to be referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriations.
C.4, Sangguniang Kabataan Resolution Number 007, Series of 2020 of Barangay Upper Likanan, approving the 2021 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Upper Likanan, Panabo City, amounting to 422,180 pesos.
Item C.4 to be referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriations.
C.5 is Sangguniang Kabataan Resolution Number 007, Series of 2020 of Barangay Dapco, approving the 2021 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Dapco, Panabo City, amounting to 550,410.
Item C.5 to be referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriations.
C.6, Sangguniang Kabataan Resolution Number 015, Series of 2020 of Barangay Mabunao, approving the 2021 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Mabunao, Panabo City, amounting to 326,817 pesos and 60 cents.
Item C.6 to be referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriations.
C.7 is letter from Juan Carlos V. Ramirez, Corporate Secretary, Enviro Pacific Incorporated, dated February 23, 2021, requesting for reclassification of an area situated at Purok 3, Barangay Southern Davao, Panabo City for commercial use.
Item C.7 to be referred to the Committee on Housing, Zoning, and Urban Development.
C.8 is letter from Honorable Jose E. Relampago, City Mayor, dated March 9, 2021, requesting authority to sign the deed of donation between the City Government of Panabo and the heirs of Teresita Enriquez Barriga et al. Concerning the donation of a road lot located at Barangay San Vicente, Panabo City.
Item C.8 to be referred to the Committee on Housing, Zoning, and Urban Development.
C.9 is letter from Honorable Jose E. Relampago, City Mayor, dated March 9, 2021, requesting for a resolution authorizing the demolition of the 2-unit parking shed located between the City Hall building and Panabo City Government Employees Cooperative Building, Government Center, Barangay J.P. Laurel, Panabo City, for the proposed construction of a multi-purpose building for the Land Transportation Office, Panabo City Ranch.
Item C.9 to be referred to the Committee on Public Works, Infrastructures, and Parks and Plaza.
C.10 is letter from Honorable Jose Relampago, City Mayor, dated March 10, 2021, requesting authority to sign the contract of service between the City Government of Panabo and Elmer Donaire Fernandez and Jeffrey Cavite Miedes for their services for the major activities of the 20th Araw ng Panabo celebration from March 1 to 31, 2021, and this is certified urgent.
Okay, item C.10 to be referred to the Committee on Laws, Justice, and Human Rights of Finding and Investigation.
C.11 is letter from Honorable Jose Relampago, City Mayor, dated March 11, 2021, requesting authority to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement between the City of Panabo and Smart Communications Incorporated for its partnership with the city in the 20th Araw ng Panabo celebration by providing the prizes, banners of advertisement, and other merchandise for its events and activities. This is also certified urgent.
Item C.11 to be referred to the Committee on Laws, Justice, Human Rights of Finding and Investigation.
Mr. President, before anything else, please acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Conrad
Okay,
Matutino.
sorry. The Chair acknowledges the presence of Honorable Matutino. Yeah, go ahead, Madam Secretary.
C.12 is a letter from Honorable Jose Relampago, City Mayor, dated March 11, 2021, requesting authority to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement between the City of Panabo and Smart Communication Incorporated regarding the city's promotion of its advocacy on anti-COVID-19 campaign, anti-smoking, anti-illegal drugs, and other health campaigns.
Item C.12 to be referred to the Committee on Laws, Justice, and Human Rights of Finding and Investigation.
Lastly, C.13 is a letter from Honorable Jose Relampago, City Mayor, dated March 17, 2021, requesting authority to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement between the City of Panabo and Automart.ph regarding the city's promotion of its advocacy on anti-COVID-19 campaign, anti-smoking, anti-illegal drugs, and other health campaigns.
Item C.13 to be referred to the Committee on Laws, Justice, and Human Rights of Finding and Investigation.
All right, Mr. President, we are now on the committee reports. Therefore, I would like to pass a resolution dispensing the reading of the 7 committee reports. I so move, Mr. President.
Consumed by Honorable Catalan, duly seconded by Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan. Any comments, amendments, objections? Hearing none, the motion dispensing the reading of the 7 committee reports is hereby duly carried and approved.
Mr. President, to deliver committee report number 5, Series 2021, please acknowledge in behalf of the proponent, Honorable Gregorio Duhali. Please acknowledge Honorable Jano Paulo Gentiles.
The Honorable Gentiles is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Floor Leader. Mr. Chair, in lieu of the committee chair on Infra, Honorable Gregorio U. Duhali III, MPA MDMG, this humble representation would like to pass Committee Report number 5, Series of 2021, Committee on Public Works, Infrastructures, Parks, and Plaza, regarding proposed city ordinance number 5 series of 2021 establishing a no-build zone along the Mindanao Railway project alignment in the city of Panabo. I so move, Mr. President.
To so by Honorable Hinteles, duly seconded by Honorable Matutino, Honorable Ambasan, and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open. Mr. President, please acknowledge Honorable Renante Bangoy.
Okay, period of debate repetition is now open. Okay, go ahead, Honorable Bangoy.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I ask the proponent since we are passing an ordinance establishing a no-build zone along the Mindanao Railway project alignment in the city of Panabo, how this will affect especially for the landowner, and are there any compensations will be established in the ordinance paying for a just compensation of such land being affected in the railway?
Okay, thank you, Honorable Bangoy. Okay, go ahead, Honorable Hinteles.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. What we are passing right now, Mr. Chair, is an ordinance for a no-build zone. The compensation is for the DOTR to give. I think during the committee hearing they have offered a just compensation to the landowners, Mr. Chair. Definitely, they will have compensation, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Hinteles. Go ahead, Honorable Bangoy.
Thank you, Mr. President. If ever the most of what I have seen on the such areas being affected in the railway are some agricultural area, are we going to make some ordinance converting the agricultural for such the use of the railway?
Okay, thank you, Honorable Bangoy. Go ahead, Honorable Hinteles.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think we will not have to make another ordinance to convert the land from agricultural to any other type of land. Kay paliton sa gobyerno, Mr. Chair, and after it will be purchased by the government, it will be named after the Republic of the Philippines. So definitely, if it is named under the Republic of the Philippines, then any form of improvement, diretso na siya, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Hinteles. Go ahead, Honorable Bangoy.
That's all, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
All right. Nobody seems interested for the debate and interpellation. Mr. President, I move for its closure and open the period of amendment.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now on the period of amendment.
I move to close the period of amendment, Mr. President.
Period of amendments now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none, the motion adopting Committee Report Number 5, Series 2021, Committee on Public Works, Infrastructures, Parks and Plaza, regarding proposed City Ordinance Number 5, Series 2021, establishing a no-build zone along the Mindanao Railway project alignment in the city of Panabo is hereby duly carried and approved.
Mr. President, to deliver his omnibus committee reports, particularly Committee Report Number 22, Number 23, and Number 24, please acknowledge the Honorable Wahid Ranain.
Okay, Honorable Ranain is now recognized of the chair. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. President and Mr. Floor Leader. Good morning to the members of the 8th City Council. Mr. President, I would like to pass an omnibus resolution adopting Committee Report Number 22, Series of 2021, Committee on Finance and Appropriation, regarding Sangguniang Kabataan Resolution Number 20, Series of 2020 of Barangay Gredo, titled Approving the 2021 Annual Budget of Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Gredo, Panabo City, amounting to 1,652,978 pesos and 12 centavos, and Report Number 23, Series of 2021, regarding Sangguniang Kabataan Resolution Number 3, Series of 2020 of Barangay Sindaton, approving the 2021 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Sindaton, Panabo City, amounting to 600,535 pesos and 10 centavos. And report number 24, Series of 2021 regarding Sangguniang Kabataan Resolution Number 15, Series of 2020 of Barangay Tibungol, approving the 2021 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Tibungol, Panabo City, amounting to 299,610 pesos and 60 centavos. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Renain, duly seconded by Honorable Pamisaran, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Matutino, and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and interpellation be open, Mr. President.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested. I move for its closure and open the period of amendment.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendment is closed, Mr. President.
Period of amendments is now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none, the motion adopting committee report number 22, 23, and 24, all series 2021 on Committee on Finance and Appropriations is hereby duly carried and approved.
Mr. President, again, to deliver committee report number 25, series 2021, please acknowledge the Honorable Wahid Renain.
Okay, again, Honorable Renain is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you so much. I move to pass a resolution adopting committee report number 25, series of 2021, Committee on Finance and Appropriation regarding augmentation ordinance number 1, series of 2020 of Barangay Katipunan, amounting to 236,908 pesos and 46 centavos. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Renain, duly seconded by Honorable Pamisaran, Honorable Matutino, and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and interpellation be open, Mr. President.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested. I move for its closure and open the period of amendment.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
I move to close the period of amendment, Mr. President.
Period of amendments now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none, the motion adopting committee report number 25, series 2021, Committee on Finance and Appropriations, regarding augmentation ordinance number 1, series of 2020 of Barangay Katipunan, amounting to 236,908 pesos and 46 centavos is hereby duly carried and approved.
Mr. President, in behalf of the proponent, the Honorable Attorney Wendell M. Enad, please acknowledge Honorable Emmanuel Pamisaran to deliver committee report number 2, series 2021.
Okay, Honorable Pamisaran is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you, Mr. President, and to our acting majority floor leader. Good morning to the members of this August chamber. Mr. President, for and on behalf of the Joint Committee on Health and Education, this humble representation would like to pass a resolution adopting committee report number 02, series of 2021, Committee on Health and Sanitation, with regards to the request for authority of the City Mayor to sign the terms and conditions with the Department of Education, Regional Office of Region 11, and Grido Elementary School for the use of DepEd School by the local government unit as a temporary quarantine or isolation facility of last resort for the City of Panabo. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Pamisaran, duly seconded by Honorable Matutino, Honorable Ambasan, and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and interpellation be open, Mr. President.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested. I move for its closure and open the period of amendment.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
I move to close the period of amendment, Mr. President.
Period of amendments now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none, the motion adopting committee report number 2, series 2021, Committee on Health and Sanitation, regarding request for authority of the City Mayor to sign the terms and conditions with the Department of Education, Regional Office of Region 11, and Gredo Elementary School for the use of DepEd School by the local government unit as a temporary quarantine or isolation facility of last resort for the City of Panabo is hereby duly carried and approved.
Mr. President, to deliver committee report number 4, series 2021, please acknowledge the Honorable Jano Paulo Paring Gentiles.
Okay, Honorable Hinteles is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Again, thank you, Mr. Floor Leader. Good morning to each and everyone. Mr. Chair, on behalf of the members of the Committee on Ways and Means and Government Enterprises, this humble representation would like to pass Committee Report Number 4, Series of 2021, Committee on Ways and Means and Government Enterprises regarding the letter from Honorable Reynaldo B. Hensola, Barangay Captain of Barangay Gredu, dated January 13, 2021, transmitting the request of Mr. Virgilio G. Caballo for a legislative franchise for the operation of a talipapa or a bagsakan on the private lot owned by the latter, situated at Purok, Pag-asa, Gredu, Panabo City. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Hinteles, duly seconded by Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and interpellation be open, Mr. President.
Period of debate or interpellation is now open.
Mr. President, please acknowledge the Honorable Renante Bangoy.
Okay, Honorable Bangoy is now recognized by the Chair.
Mr. President, just a clarification. Since one of the findings and of the committee hearing done by the the Public Works and Infrastructures is citing the section 458 of the Local Government Code of 1991. And since there are so many barangays and constituents requesting for such talipapa and bagsakan that were also denied. And just for a record and some information for the televiewers, I'll be asking the proponent to cite the section 458 of the ordinance of our local government code.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Bangoy.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, go, Honorable Hinteles.
Mr. Chair, in section 458, particularly number 7 of the section, it provides that upon the majority of the vote of the Sangguniang Panglungsod, the same through an ordinance or anything may grant a franchise for the operation and establishment of markets, slaughterhouses, and wharfs, etc. So, Mr. Chair, since we do not still have an ordinance regarding the issuance of a franchise, that is why we are going to deny this particular request by Mr. Virgilio Caballo. But nonetheless, Mr. Chair, they will be still allowed to operate because they already have a business permit. Wala may giingon sa balaod, Mr. Chair, na kung wala kay legislative franchise, dili ka maka-operate. So, mauna siya, Mr. Chair. To add, Mr. President, a talipapa or bagsakan can operate provided that they acquire the necessary requirements requested by the local government unit. So, para dili sila illegal. Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Hinteles. Okay, go, Honorable Bangoy.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is a clarification that talipapa or bagsakan we cannot give some franchise because of such ordinance. No, wala pa ordinance na nabuhat. Secondly, operating such na may mag-operate of some bagsakan in some barangays, they will be allowing but a certain time and a certain necessary documents should be complied by in the barangay and also in the city of Panabo. That's all, Mr.
Okay,
President.
thank you, Honorable Bangoy.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Hinteles.
Actually, Mr. President, samot na katong niaging tuig, there has been a rise in creation of talipapa or bagsakan because of the COVID-19 pandemic, I think the city government allowed this particular talipapas or bagsakan to be created in other barangays for the convenience of the public, kay para makalikay pud sa daghan kaayong tao sa public market mo na gi-allow. But most definitely, Mr. President, the government is requiring them to get the necessary requirements that is provided by the law. So, and Mr. President, I am going to pass very soon the market code, the revised market code of Panabo City, which will highlight the legislative franchise as also as the requirement of the talipapa or bagsakan or any other market, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Angeles. Thank you, Honorable Bangoy.
Mr. President, period of debate and interpellation is now closed. Move to open the period of amendment.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now on the period of amendments.
I move to close the period of amendment, Mr. President.
Period of amendments is now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none, the motion adopting Committee Report Number 4, Series 2021, Committee on Ways and Means and Government Enterprises regarding letter from Honorable Rinaldo B. Hensola, Barangay Captain of Gredo, dated January 13, 2021, transmitting the request of Mr. Virgilio G. Caballo for a legislative franchise for the operation of Talipapa Bagsakan on the private lot owned by the latter situated Purok Pag-asa, Gredo, Panabo City, is hereby duly carried and approved.
At this juncture, Mr. President, let me pass a resolution adopting the agenda for this 12 regular session of the 8th City Council with one inclusion. I so move, Mr. President.
Tosu by Honorable Catalan, duly seconded by Honorable Matutino, Honorable Blase. Any comments, amendments, objections? Hearing none, the motion adopting the agenda of the 12th regular session of the 8th City Council with one inclusion is hereby duly carried and approved.
We have 9 items under the new business, Mr. President. And to begin, please acknowledge the honorable proponent, Honorable Wahid Ranain, for his omnibus resolutions, particularly resolution number 51, proposed resolution number 52 and 53.
Okay, Honorable Nanain is recognized by the Chair. Go ahead.
Again, thank you so much, Mr. President and Mr. Floor Leader. I move to pass an omnibus resolution declaring the 2021 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Gredo, Panabo City, amounting to 1,652,978 pesos and 12 centavos. Annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Sindaton, Panabo City, amounting to 600,535 pesos and 10 centavos, and 2021 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Tibungol, Panabo City, amounting to 299,610 pesos and 60 centavos, operative in its entirety. I so move, Mr. President.
Tosu by Honorable Ranain, duly seconded by Honorable Pamisaran, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Ambasan, and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and interpellation be open, Mr. President.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested. I move for its closure and open the period of amendment.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now on the period of amendments.
I move to close the period of amendment, Mr. President.
Period of amendments now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed resolution number 51, 52, and 53, all series 2021, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Voting for the measure, we have Honorable Catalan, Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Namuwag, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Pamisaran, and Honorable Wahid. All members present voted for the measure, Honorable Chair.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed resolution number 51, 52, and 53, all series 2021, is hereby duly carried and approved.
Mr. President, to legislate proposed resolution number 54, series 2021. Again, please acknowledge the hardworking Councilor Honorable Wahid Nonain.
Okay, good, Honorable Nine.
Thank you again, Mr. President and Mr. Floor Leader. I move to pass a resolution confirming augmentation ordinance number 1, series of 2020 of Barangay Katipunan, Panabo City, amounting to 236,908 pesos and 46 centavos. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Nanain, duly seconded by Honorable Pamisaran, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Matutino, and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and interpellation be open, Mr. President.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested. I move for its closure and open the period of amendment.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now on the period of amendments.
I move to close the period of amendment, Mr. President.
Period of amendments now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed resolution number 54, series 2021, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Voting for the measure, we have Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Namuwag, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Pamisaran, and the proponent, Honorable Ranain. All members present voted for the measure, Honorable Chair.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed resolution number 54, series 2021, confirming augmentation ordinance number 1, series of 2020 of Barangay Katipunan, Panabo City, amounting to 236,908 pesos and 46 centavos is hereby duly carried and approved.
Mr. President, to deliver proposed resolution number 55, series 2021, in behalf of the proponent, Honorable Attorney Wendell Enad, please acknowledge the Honorable Emmanuel Pamisaran.
Okay, again, Honorable Pamisaran.
Again, thank you, Mr. President, and to our Majority Floor Leader. Again, on behalf of the Joint Committee on Health and Education, this representation would like to pass a resolution authorizing Honorable Jose A. Relampago, City Mayor, to sign the terms and conditions with the Department of Education, Regional Office of Region 11, and Grido Elementary School for the use of DepEd School by the local government unit as a temporary quarantine or isolation facility of last resort for the city of Panabo. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Pamisaran, duly seconded by Honorable Matutino, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Blase, Honorable Bangoy, and Honorable Anay.
Period of debate and interpellation be open, Mr. President.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested. I move for its closure and open the period of amendment.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now on the period of amendments.
I move to close the period of amendment, Mr. President.
Period of amendments now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed resolution number 55, series 2021, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Voting for the measure, we have Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Namuwag, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Pamisaran, and the proponent, Honorable Ranain. All members present voted for the motion.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed resolution number 55, series 2021, authorizing Honorable Jose E. Relampago, City Mayor, to sign the terms and conditions with the Department of Education, Regional Office of Region 11, and Gredo Elementary School for the use of DepEd School by the local government unit as a temporary quarantine or isolation facility of last resort for the city of Panabo is hereby duly carried and approved.
Mr. President, at this point in time to deliver proposed resolution number 56, please acknowledge the Honorable Jano Paulo Hintiles.
Okay, Honorable Hintiles is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Floor Leader. Again, good morning to each and everyone. Mr. President, this humble representation would like to pass proposed resolution number 56, series of 2021, denying the request of Mr. Virgilio G. Caballo for a legislative franchise for the operation of a talipapa or bagsakan on the private lot owned by the latter situated at Purok Pag-asa, Barangay Gredo, Panabo City. I so move, Mr. President.
It was moved by Honorable Hinteles, duly seconded by Honorable Blase, Honorable Lamuwag, and Honorable Bangoy.
Period of debate and interpellation be open, Mr. President.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested. I move for its closure and open the period of amendment.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now on the period of amendments.
I move to close the period of amendment, Mr. President.
Period of amendments now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed resolution number 56, series 2021, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Voting for its denial, we have Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Namuwag, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Pamisaran, Honorable Ranain, and the proponent, Honorable Hintiles. All members present voted for the motion.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Hinteles and Madam Secretary. The proposed resolution number 56, series 2021, denying the request of Mr. Vigilio G. Caballo for a legislative franchise for the operation Talipapa/Bagsakan on the private lot owned on the latter situated at Purok Pag-asa, Gredo, Panabo City is hereby duly carried and approved.
Mr. Floor Leader.
Ano Paulo Gentiles for the proposed resolution number 57.
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Hinteles.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Floor Leader. Mr. President, I think this proposed resolution number 57, series of 2021, has already been referred to Committee on Health. So I see that this is not appropriate for as of the moment, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Hinteles. We'll take over the chair.
Mr. President, at this point in time, let us proceed for the second reading. The proposed city ordinance number 5, series 2021. In behalf of the proponent, Honorable Gregorio U. Duhali, the third MPA MDMG, please acknowledge the Honorable Jano Paulo Gentiles.
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Hinteles.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Floor Leader. For and in behalf of the proponent, Honorable Gregorio U. Duhali, the third MPA MDMG, and the committee members of the Committee on Infrastructure, this humble representation would like to pass for second reading the proposed city ordinance number 5, series of 2021, establishing a no-build zone along the Mindanao Railway project alignment in the city of Panabo, Mr. Chair. I so move.
It was moved by Honorable Hinteles, duly seconded by Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, and Honorable Bangoy.
Period of debate and interpellation be open, Mr. President.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Please acknowledge the Honorable Emmanuel Pamisaran.
Okay, Honorable Pamisaran is now recognized for the chair. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President, again to our Majority Floor Leader. This is only a continuation to the inquiry made by the Honorable Bangoy during the period of adoption of committee report, no? Because I would like to ask the proponent, Mr. Chair, in a matter of clarification as to the so-called orphan lots, Mr. Chair, as defined by the said agency. I would like to ask the proponent, Mr. Chair, with regards to the payment, no, in a form of just compensation, if the so-called orphan lots, the responsible for the payment, if it is damaged or affected, still the DOTR, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Pamisaran. Go ahead, Honorable Hinteles.
Mr. Chair, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. The ones who are responsible to pay those lots are the DOTR, Mr. Chair. They are all the DOTR is involved in all transactions relating to the railway project alignment, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Hinteles. Go ahead, Honorable Pamisaran.
A matter of recess, Mr. Chair.
1 minute, just as a clear of the chair.
Para lang
Session resume.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Hinteles.
Mr. Chair, I would like to correct my statement. Regarding sa orphan lots, Mr. Chair, mahulog nga ang LGU has the responsibility to compensate those orphan lots, and sa other lots na maigo sa train, ang DOTR ang mo compensate, just compensation.
Okay, thank you. Any more? Okay, go ahead, Honorable Pamisaran.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That's only my concern, Mr. Chair. I'm now satisfied with the correct statement made by Honorable Hintiles, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you.
It seems nobody is interested anymore, Mr. President. I move for the closure of the debate and period of debate, interpellation, and open the period of amendment.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
I move to close the period of amendment, Mr. President.
Period of amendments now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed city ordinance number 5, series 2021 for second reading, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Voting for its second reading, we have Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Namuag, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Wahid Ranain, Honorable Bangoy, and Honorable Pamisaran. All members present voted for the motion, Honorable Chair.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed city ordinance number 5, series 2021, establishing a no-build zone along the Mindanao Railway Project alignment in the city of Panabo is hereby duly carried and approved.
To deliver item number 9, Mr. President, once again, please acknowledge the Honorable Wahid Ranain.
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Anain.
For item number 9, I move, Mr. President, amending the appropriation ordinance number 108, series of 2020, by correcting the total amount of the annual budget for the fiscal year 2021 and modifying the same, reading as authorizing the annual budget for the city of Panabo, Davao del Norte for fiscal year 2021 in the total amount of 1,185,281,644 pesos and 1 centavo, covering the various expenditures for the operation of the city government and appropriating the funds for the purpose as amended. I so move, Mr. President.
Mr. by Honorable Anain, duly seconded by Honorable Misara, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Ambasan, and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and interpellation be open, Mr. President.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested. I move for its closure and open the period of amendment.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
I move to close the period of amendment, Mr. President.
Period of amendments now closed. Those who are in favor of the said appropriation ordinance, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Voting for appropriation, we have Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Namuag, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Pamisaran, and the proponent, Honorable Ranain. All members present voted for the motion.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The motion amending appropriation ordinance number 108, series 2020 by correcting the total amount of the annual budget for the fiscal year 2021 and modifying the same reading as authorizing the annual budget of the city of Panabo, Davao del Norte for fiscal year 2021 in the total amount of 1,185,281,644 pesos and 1 centavo is hereby duly carried and approved for second reading.
Mr. President, we are now in the unassigned business and we have one item. And to deliver such item, Mr. President, please acknowledge the Honorable Renante Bangoy.
Okay, Honorable Bangoy is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to pass a resolution authorizing to enter into and sign the deed of donation between the Department of Agriculture, Region Field 11, and the local government of Panabo concerning the donation of 1 unit Mitsubishi vehicle of the latter in support to the various programs and projects of the City Agriculture Office. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Bangoy, duly seconded by Honorable Ranain, Honorable Hinteles, Honorable Blase, Honorable Matutino.
Period of debate and interpellation be open, Mr. President.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems... Mr. President, please acknowledge Honorable Emmanuel Pamisaran.
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Pamisaran.
Ang unit.
Thank you again, Mr. President, and to our majority floor leader. Actually, I'm very much in favor with these proposed measures. No, indeed, it is beneficial to our local government unit, but for the consumption of everybody, considering that this matter was treated as urgent and did not able to undergo committee hearing, I would like to take this opportunity to ask the proponent, Mr. Chair, is considering that it was mentioned that this is a donation of 1 unit Mitsubishi vehicle. May I know from the proponent, Mr. Chair, if do we have any responsibility for the local government unit with this proposed MOA, Mr. Chair?
Okay, thank you, Honorable Pamisaran. Go ahead, Honorable Bangoy.
Thank you, Mr. President. First, the 1 unit Mitsubishi vehicle is a truck, which is being used now in the Department of Agriculture Regional Field 11. This is a second-hand truck, and it will be donated to our local government in the City Agriculture Office of the City of Panabo. And our counterpart is only the maintenance of the vehicles. And this will be useful especially on the transportation of our agri-products in various barangays. That's all, Mr. President.
Thank you, Honorable Bangoy. Go ahead, Honorable Pamisaran.
No matters, Mr. Chair, will be said, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Mr. President, nobody is interested. I move to close the period of debate and interpellation and open the period of amendment.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
I move to close the period of amendment, Mr. President.
Period of amendments now closed. Those who are in favor of the said resolution, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Voting to grant the authority, we have Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Namuwag, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Pamisaran, and Honorable Ranain. All members present voted for the motion.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The motion authorizing our City Mayor Jose Irialampagos to enter into and sign the deed of donation with the Department of Agriculture, Regional Field Office 11, concerning the donation of 1 unit Mitsubishi vehicle of the latter in support of the various programs and projects of the City Agriculture Office is hereby duly carried and approved.
Mr. President, at this point, we are now in the business for third and final reading, and we have 2 items. First, to deliver, Mr. President, for the third and final reading, please acknowledge the Honorable Wahid Ranain.
Okay, Honorable Ranain is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Mr. President, I would like to pass for the approval for the third and final reading of the proposed City Ordinance Number 6, Series of 2021, entitled Amending Article 4, Section 8A-A-1 and 8A-A-2 of the City Ordinance Number 06-12, otherwise known as the Zoning Ordinance of Panabo City, by reclassifying the zoning classification of the specific lots in Barangay Quezon, Barangay New Malitbog, and Barangay Southern Davao, respectively. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Ranain, duly seconded by Honorable Pamisaran, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Inteles, and Honorable Blase. Since this is for third and final reading, those who are in favor of the said the proposed city ordinance number 6, series 2021. Can you please raise your hand, Madam Secretary? Can you please count?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Voting for its finality, we have Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Namuwag, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Pamisaran, and the proponent, Honorable Ranain. All members present voted for the motion.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed city ordinance number 6, series 2021, amending Article 4, Section 8A-8, 8A-A-1, and 8A-A-2 of the city ordinance number 6-12, otherwise known as the zoning ordinance of Panabo City, by reclassifying the zoning or classification of specific lots in Barangay Quezon, Barangay New Malitbog, and Barangay Southern Davao, respectively, is hereby duly carried and approved for third and final reading.
Mr. President, next item for third and final reading of the proposed city ordinance number 7, series 2021. Please acknowledge the proponent, Honorable Conrad Teodor A. Matutino.
Okay, Honorable Matutino is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, at pagkos sa ato ang Majority Floor Leader. In behalf of the committee members of Peace, Public Safety, and Anti-Drug Abuse, Mr. Chair, for third and final reading, a proposed city ordinance number 7, series of 2021 be passed. Amending the city ordinance number 2, thus 2020, entitled Imposing Curfew Hour to All Persons between 9 o'clock in the evening to 5 o'clock in the morning in the territorial jurisdiction of Panabo during the state of public health emergency by adding provision for penalties. I so move, Mr. President.
Those to Honorable Matutino, duly seconded by Honorable Blase, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Ranain, Honorable Bangoy, and Honorable Pamisaran. Since this is for third and final reading, those who are in favor of the said proposed city ordinance number 7, series 2021, for third and final reading, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Voting for its finality, we have Honorable Blase, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Namuwag, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Ranain, Honorable Pamisaran, Honorable Ambasan, and the proponent, Honorable Matutino. All members present voted for the measure.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed city ordinance number 7, series 2021, amending city ordinance number 2-2020, entitled Imposing Curfew Hour to All Persons between 9 o'clock in the evening to 5 o'clock in the morning in the territorial jurisdiction of Panabo during the state of public health emergency by adding provisions for penalties is hereby duly carried and approved for third and final reading.
Mr. President, we are now on the announcement. Please acknowledge our SP Secretary for some announcement.
Okay, Madam Leila is now recognized by the Chair. No announcement.
To the members of the council, do you have any announcement? Mr. President, please acknowledge Honorable Matutino.
Okay, good. Honorable Matutino.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to invite for a joint committee meeting among the Peace and Order and the Committee on Education after the session, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Matutino.
Yes, Mr. President. Before I give to you the floor, Mr. President, we have one item for the announcement, Mr. President. There will be a committee as a whole meeting will follow after the session, Mr. President. Any more? Any announcement? It's your time, Mr. President.
No announcement from the Chair, but the Chair nagpasalamat sa ato ang IT na Secretariat no, for this first no, FB Live na to for the session. No? So thank you so much. No?
You done, Mr. President?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Mr. President, thank you so much. Since there are no more business to take in our regular session, Mr. President, I therefore move for its adjournment.
It was moved by Honorable Catalan, duly seconded by Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Angeles. Any comments, amendments, objections? Hearing none, session adjourned exactly 11:20 a.m.